This is a 7-year-old mare I've got in training that was trained about 4 years ago and then kind of just let sit. What I've been working really hard on her is just getting her to seeing where she is on her foundation. She didn't have much of a foundation when she came, so we've been really working on some driving and getting her giving. So I'm going to show you some of that, then we're going to get on her back and kind of show you. When I first started her last week, she would not go forward with her head bitted up at all. So we've really worked on that. I'm going to show you some techniques on driving to get them a little bit softer before you get on her back, and then I'm going to get on her back and ride her a little bit. So the best thing to do is get a snaffle. I like a snaffle with some shanks on the side, like this. So when you do pull, it doesn't go through their mouth. Okay, so that's helpful. And then I just have two 25-foot lunge lines. What I also do is just get a rope and tie it through the stirrups to keep them from pulling up when I do start to drive them. If you've never driven your horse, which this mare has been, you want to be very careful at the beginning that you stand far enough behind and you give them time to feel that rope around their butt. If you've done your work properly in the round pen, they shouldn't care at all about a rope around their butt. So, like I said, if you've done your work good in the round pen, they should be fairly used to a rope around their butt. So what I'm going to do is kind of ask her to move forward. And what this does is allows me to drive her, allows me to look at my horse, see how she's given, really assess her on the ground before I get on her back. This mare, when we brought her in, had her head pretty high, carried it really high, would not give to the bit really at all. Again, she's 7, she hadn't been working 4 years, so we had to get some of that out of her. Now that we've got that out of her, we can really begin to do some training on her. That's a good turn. That's really kind of what you're looking for, is just a soft pull. Now you want to keep a little bit of tension on that inside, inside of her face, so she's not constantly looking out towards the face. Anytime you're riding in any really arena, you want your horse looking in. Okay, so stop her and turn her to the other direction, real soft. That's a really key point to driving, is trying to be as soft as you can. You start off soft, and if you have to get harder, then go ahead and pull a little bit harder. Try to be as soft as you can. When you get on their back, you obviously want to be soft because we're trying to create soft mouth horses. So you can see there, as soon as she feels that pressure, she begins to give to it. This is all with about 3 sessions of driving. Again, what you're seeing me do here is pretty much what I did for the 3 sessions. You just have to be more patient because they're not going to give right away, so you might stand there and pull for a few minutes, and then they'll turn, and you reward them and let them go. Eventually, they'll figure out that once they feel that pressure, they need to turn. I also like doing this driving because I can teach them how to stop from the ground first. So what I'll do, I'll drive them like this, and then I'll say the word that I want them to stop with, Then I'll pull on their face. I'll say, boom. Okay, right there. She stopped her momentum just off of my word. I didn't have to pull on her. So that was really good. That's really going to help translate when you get on her back. They'll know what these words mean, know what the pressure on their face means. So I just kept kind of some pressure there. I'm going to back her up a little bit. Okay, real light pressure. This is really good. Okay, so we'll turn her. Go this direction. Now, I put on what we call a German martingale, similar to a running martingale, except for it has these ropes and really teaches that horse to keep their head down when we're riding. So we get on her now and kind of show you how she bends and stuff because of that driving. Okay, she's naturally a little higher headed. So what this bit's going to do, this German martingale is going to help bring that head down. Okay. Now, when I first, like I said, got on this mare and started riding, her head was really high. The owner said she always rode with her head real high. So doing a lot of this groundwork is really what helps teach this horse to learn to keep that head down. On their back, they don't always just do it perfectly right off the bat. So some horses are obviously better than others. This mare's doing okay. You know, she's got that head fairly low now that we've started going. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of bump her around and just change directions on her and see how soft that she gets her face. And she's given pretty soft. Now, if I would have done this a week ago and just when it came out here and got on, I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't have got this soft response. So, the importance of that groundwork and driving, and the importance of being real consistent with your groundwork and driving, and also in bitting them up, putting the bit, tying it back to the D-rings and making them go forward into that, teaching them that they can move with pressure on their face, they can move forward with themselves bridled up. All of those things are very essential because if you have to teach that on their back, sometimes you can get in a wreck because they won't know how to move forward. So just wanted to show a short little video of the mare that we've been working on driving, and the importance, I believe, in that driving, not only in turning, but also when we ask our horses to stop. Okay. The owner said she did not like to back or stop on command. Kind of had to do the old western pull to the stop. So eventually in her training, that head will begin to come down naturally and stay lower. She's only been ridden a few times by me, so if you work on doing those principles in the round pen, as far as your driving and you're getting them soft before you get on them, it'll sure help you when you actually do get on and start to ride.